Who do you have at number 4, Mike?
I had the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
I really thought granted, I know they beat the tar out of the Dolphins last week, but I really thought it would have been a more high scoring. The defense, was kind of asleep through the first half, and they woke up during the second half. But the Cowboys next couple of weeks, they have kind of a hard schedule.
Saints and the Packers.
Yes, so that would definitely. After that, if they're 5-0 after that, then you're not going to see the bandwagoners come out more.
Yeah, might move them up a couple more spots after that.
Yeah, so that's why I have the Cowboys at number 4. I mean, Dak Prescott, 2 interceptions, but that's really about it. I mean, he hasn't really had bad games. I mean, to go undefeated, that helps you. But I have the Cowboys at number 4.
I have the Cowboys at number 4 too. I just for some of the same reasons you were talking about. I mean, they are undefeated, but they have been beating the weak sisters of the poor. I think the reason I put them ahead of the Packers because I think their offense is better than the Packers. I think and like you alluded to the fact that Dak Prescott is just playing at the best football of his young career right now. The way they scheme, these wide receivers seem to be running just wide open, and he seems to be judicious with the ball and how he spreads it out, where he goes with it, just seems to be really improved. Running game is outstanding. So if their defense was better, I would have put them up, but my number 4 and my number 3 team are a lot alike. Who do you have at number 3?
I had the Rams.
Okay.
Still undefeated.
They are.
What can you say about the quarterback Goff? I mean, he's definitely performed better. Clay Matthews stepping it up, not performing last year in Green Bay. Kind of has like a new purpose this year. And against the Browns last week, they were all over Mayfield. They were just beating him up, knocking him down, pretty much. And I mean, don't get anything wrong. I mean, they had to lead back there, making sure no balls going in his direction. I mean, the Rams are still a contender. I mean, they're still one. Think about it, they're still just removed from that Super Bowl. And the thing is that Super Bowl first 3 quarters were boring. I mean, nothing happened until the fourth quarter.
Nobody scored on anybody.
So it would have gone either way, long term. But I still have the Rams ahead of the Cowboys at number 3 in my power ranking. How about you?
Number 3, I've got the Kansas City Chiefs. The reason I didn't have them in the top 2 is just I don't think their defense is there. I mean, they, jumped all over the Ravens 33-28. This week they got the Detroit Lions, but Patrick Mahomes is just rolling right now. He is on pace to throw for 6,300 yards and 53 touchdowns this year. I mean, he's not going to throw for 6,300 yards. But
that'd be a record.
Everything he does is record. But I just think at some point, they're going to have to be able to stop some people and get some people off the field, and I don't think they can. I mean, you get in a game with them, maybe some bad weather, some elements game were slippery, and they can't throw the ball. Are they going to be able to run it enough to beat you? So that's why I have them and the Cowboys at 4 and 5. I mean 3 and 4 because I think they're almost a lot alike. Whereas right now Cowboys defense isn't playing that well, and the Chiefs aren't either. Who do you have as your number 2 team, Mike?
I have the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
Because of, they did do well. The defense did do well against the Ravens. I mean, they limit that many points. But they had to step up, and I guess I'm an offensive guy, but you can only rely so much on the offense. But I'm just, to beat the Ravens, that's a pretty impressive because of how the Ravens won in the past 2 weeks of just high scoring and dominant. You just talked about Mahomes is having a great year. I mean, if he does pass for 6,300 yards and 53 touchdowns, I'll be like, okay, is this Madden or what are we? Is he just doing something we don't know about? But their defense definitely needs to improve. Definitely needs to, they just need to step it up. I mean,
they traded. They changed schemes. They traded they jettisoned players. They brought new players in, and the new players they brought in just don't seem to be making the difference that they thought they would.
So that's why I have the Chiefs number 2.
Okay, my number 2 pick, I've got the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay,
and the reason I put them ahead of those other 2 teams is because of the Aaron Donald, and I think even without Ndamukong Suh, their defense is better to me. They seem like they're more tenacious on their pass rush than they have been in the past. Because let's face it, a lot of times Ndamukong Suh wouldn't play at the greatest of intensity levels, even though he had all world talent. He just he wouldn't turn it on until the playoffs. And so far, and Cooper Kupp, I mean, good gosh, man, that kid. He missed the second half of the season last year, and that really hurt the Rams' offense, even though they made it to the Super Bowl. But that guy he is the Julian Edelman. He is the Wes Welker of whatever, that security blanket that these great quarterbacks like to have. He is that. I mean, had over 200-yard games so far this year, and he had a couple of scores last week. Well, with all that being said, it's pretty apparent who your number 1 team is, same as mine. That's going to be the New England Patriots. So
yes.
What other kind of laudatory comments can we heap upon these boys that hasn't been, regurgitated to death?
With all the distractions that they've had since bringing in Antonio Brown, getting rid of him, how focused Tom Brady is this year. He's more dominant than he has been. I mean, you would think a 40-something-year-old quarterback would be, not how much zip to that ball, but man, he is out there. Young Tom Brady, I'm calling him this year, the way.
You'd expect to see something out there like George Blanda, like when I was a kid, see some old man staggering around out there.
But Tom Brady has definitely stepped up his game. Their defense, that's one thing I'm really surprised on this year's
their defense has not allowed a touchdown since last year's AFC Championship game. Chiefs were the last team to score a touchdown on their defense. And the Jets' 2 scores were, resulted from muffed punt recovered in the end zone and interception return for a touchdown, but not even against Brady with the other, Jarrett Stidham. So the Patriots are the Super Bowl favorites. They got potentially a big test this week, with the Buffalo Bills, but there's nothing more we can say. Their defense seems to be better than it's been in several years this early in the season, and their offense seems to just be clicking like always. But, well, folks, that is our Week 4 power rankings. Michael?
Guys, we appreciate you guys listening to us on all the podcast platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can find us there. You can tell your friends about us. You can find us on
Send questions.
Send questions. We definitely enjoy your questions, your feedbacks. You guys have a great day. This is the VIP Sportsnet NFL Power Ranking Show with Michael and Jim. You guys have a great day.